Your nearest Airtel Money branch at the best rates on the market. With you always.
Yes, thank you so much for sticking around. This is Galaxy FM Chukumika Omazabidi. If you're just joining in, welcome aboard. Welcome back from the mix at 10 with DJ Dano. Now, the National Curriculum Development Center is going to inject 1 billion Ugandan shillings into changing curriculum year A-level. They are changing it to what? Or just changing it, updating it?
No, they want to change it completely because remember the O-level curriculum has changed. Yeah,
so abana bebasoma mu A-level nabyo bigenda chuka.
By the time these S4 kids go to S5, the curriculum should have changed.
Waliwo abatuuze ku kyalo bagobye omukyala oluvannyuma lw'omwagalwa we okwetta after the two reconciled.
Forcefully
They
by
who?
Forced the man to reconcile with the woman. And the man decided to end his life. He was like, Nedda, I can't be with this chick.
Ne gwe baateekamu omutima gw'embizi yafudde. All that and much more is coming up here.
Coming to you live from Plot 249 Gaba Road. Hot on the heels. Fast, reliable and informative. Agagwira wo gasokira wano ngatibanagafuna. Agagwira wo ku 100.2 Galaxy FM.
Gasokira wano ne galyoka gasaasana gwe omuzinyi gwasooka okugafuna kyali wange. The National Curriculum Development Center is to inject 1 billion.
Yes. This 1 billion is for consultations. They have to involve stakeholders in the education sector, students themselves, school administrators in this whole change.
What's wrong with the curriculum we've been having?
No,
the
they
curriculum
have
that you studied, I studied, our parents studied, the curriculum that brought geniuses like us.
Man, that curriculum was head paining.
No, I had a problem with
You
the
know,
O-level one,
where
but
you
the
have-
A-level one was okay.
Still, because the subjects are too many, they are vast, and
Basic and
usually
Zapam.
when they are considering, when they are considering maybe for promotion or whatever, even they look at about 2 subjects. So now the O-level curriculum was really very many. So we were studying like about 14 subjects, like all for what?
Useless subjects. You have
So
to
now,
adjust.
If that one has changed, we are dealing with a new curriculum in O-level. Why should we have an old curriculum in A-level so that these kids go back to the old mode? So they are thinking that it's better if they also have changes.
I'm
in
among
new
the pioneers of. You remember we used to have what was it called? Like if you have PCB stroke math.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. So we are the ones that started with the subsidiary math, and then Simani. What other thing was it called? Computer what? We had it was either you had an option of 3 subjects and a subsidiary.
Yes, exactly.
And it depends if
you'd always stroke something else.
If it's more of arts, it was compulsory for you to do sub math. If it was more of something else, it was compulsory for you to do computer
if you're doing
literacy.
arts, then it was pure arts.
Something like that. So we are going to see that changing as well.
They want to change the subjects because they feel like the subjects are even too many in A-level as well. So the kids will get confused. They need at least maybe 2 or 3 subjects. There's Okumo. He's the spokesperson. He's actually the manager, secondary department at the NCDC, and he's explaining how they are doing it.
We are conducting at the moment a situation analysis of A-level. This situational analysis is what will inform us on, for example, what type of subjects are relevant in A-level, what type of subjects are not relevant, what content is outdated. We are also looking at, is it okay for a student at O-level to do 3 principal subjects or to do 2? Because when you look at admissions, they consider 2 best done subjects. The third one, even if it is best done, it's an addition. For example, if you want to do medicine, they will look at your performance in biology and chemistry. So physics may not be so important in medicine. Why should a student who is going to do medicine be asked to do physics? Why don't you concentrate your efforts and time to study biology and chemistry? Do your 2 subjects.
And then I think it's high time we get rid of the name of A-level.
Why?
We call it like college.
Yeah, but
that's the way it's supposed to be.
That's what I was telling you last time.
It's rubbish. It doesn't work like that. High school, college, university.
What
as
happens
simple as that.
in Western countries? They have from 1st grade to 8th grade, and then after 8th grade you enter college.
Western countries ogenze wala genda wali Kenya, genda wali TZ, genda Rwanda. These things are done differently. For us, we are stuck in an old system.
Speaking of that, these countries have all updated their curriculums. Exactly. So Uganda is the one that is lagging behind, and that is why they say they need also to update.
So what's the likelihood of what the events that are going to turn up? Are we going to have the same issue like we had when we had to explain to our parents and guardians that, okay, now it's no longer 25 points, it is 20 points?
No, the Ministry of Education will come out, they'll publicize it, they'll make sure that people understand now. Maybe you need to study just 2 principal subjects and then add the subsidiary, and then that will help you be promoted maybe to university.
Gwe kikyolowooza tuwuliriza curriculum ekyuke oba tusigale ne gye tulina kuno tumusanvu n'otumusanvu emunoti bbiri. We'll be getting to your thoughts later on. But still coming up in the news, there's a very interesting story. Bring it on, Pam.
Which story? Of the woman who was...
That one.
Now,
yes.
They are threatening, actually. But they are threatening to send her out of that village. She's from Bududa. The man who died was called Paul Masika. This woman left 6 years ago and went to Kenya for unknown reasons, and she never returned until recently.
A woman goes and says,
so when she came back,
there's only one reason.
Which reason?
Pam.
Which one? You think she was married the other side and
she... You leave your man for 6 years. No good.
For us women, we can't.
You have gone to make bricks.
Yeah, so when she returned after 6 years, she came back home and begged the clan heads of the guy's family to take her back. So the clan held a meeting and they said, let us reconcile you. The man said, no, I am not interested in this. Where has she been for 6 whole years?
Exactly.
And besides, prior to that, there had been history of them fighting each other. They had gone to LCs in the area, fought, but failed to reconcile, and they decided to separate. So after forcefully reconciling them, the man went and took insecticide, 2 bottles, and ended his life.
I'd rather die.
I would rather die than get back to this woman.
I don't imagine someone leaving you for 6 years and then they suddenly come back into your life. I believe this woman could have had an influence from the people in the village that forced the reconciliation.
Yes. The clan of the man. Yes. But
that's the problem. Here's the thing we forget.
That is the problem. Because I can reconcile with you after 10 years even. If I still like you, yes, I can meet you 10 years later and we reconcile and forget about the past.
If you leave me for 6 years, if you leave me for 6 years, what has changed in the 6 years that you can
and we like each other again.
Pam.
But if I don't love you, then I don't have to be forced on you. Because people can reconcile even after 30 years. You can meet your ex of 7 years ago and, start things afresh. It's possible.
Here's the thing, You've ever heard of that saying?
People don't move backwards.
When you go to where you came from.
Who said? Those are just
our ancestors and judges.
You mean you've never reconciled with an ex and things have worked? X is X.
This is Galaxy FM.
Yeah. He's called Bennett. This man is called David Bennett. He's 57 years old. He got a surgery. He was the first of the kind to get a pig's heart.
Where are we going?
Pig's heart.
Are we still on the same direction?
It's exploring. It's a good thing. By the way, he chose to do it as an experiment as well, because he also knew because he had a terminal illness, and the doctors told him, let's consider
the chances of you surviving are minimal. So let me ask, there were no monkey's hearts, there were no his brother's hearts or sisters, or people donate hearts every day. People die, they get hearts out.
No, this guy had
like, what does even a heart of a pig
scientists
like?
No, it's scientists who know this stuff. Doctors at University of Maryland Center. They are the ones who came up with the solution. But he survived for 2 months.
Now imagine, here's the thing. Imagine that man who had a pig's heart sleeps with a woman. What kind of child are they going to have?
What do you mean? What does the heart have to do with the
It is an organ. You're transferring your organ.
It is a personal organ in your body. It's not the thing flowing to the woman.
So you feel like a man with a pig's heart is going to give birth to a normal baby?
Why not?
Which kind of psychology and biology is that?
How does the heart connect with the...
By the way, these days we need to understand the people we entangle with. People have things that are not human.
They have what?
Talking to a guy with a pig's heart.
I tell that's the beginning. Soon they may also start transmitting things of pigs in maybe size.
I've seen things happening not very far from here, where people use semen of animals in women.
Yeah.
God.
So which type of babies are we getting?
The chiboko that God is going to give us.
Which chiboko ate? People have to explore. This is the world. Everything was put for us. Why can't you explore? Why can't you do different things? Crazy and things you've never done before.
People are paid to sleep with dogs here. Name one. A pig's heart.
It was an experiment worth trying, because if it happened, if he still lived maybe a year on, would see many pigs being,
a pig is not a human being. Let's stick to the principles and basics of being human.
Are you a scientist?
We are disrespecting
If the guy
God.
would manage to survive for 2 months,
we are disrespecting
after getting a pig's heart.
God Katonda.
Because you would imagine if the pig's heart didn't work, that guy would have died a day after.
So the human hearts failed to work.
Yes, the human hearts failed to work, and that's why they opted
they
for
would have gone
pig's
for like
heart.
We have our gorillas here. At least they have better traits.
They are close to human beings.
Yeah, a pig, like a pig in a human body, a pig's heart. Imagine Kagodo, Wari. They remove a heart and they put it into you. Come on, man.
And it pumps.
Galaxy FM. We are live on our YouTube, Galaxy FM /TV. You can join the conversation. The question we are having here today is: do you think it is okay for the curriculum of A level to change or maybe into Bisigarenga Webidi? Let's talk about vaccination.
Yeah. 7.9 million people, according to the Ministry of Health, have been vaccinated so far. Yeah. And the Ministry of Health is encouraging people to continue vaccinating. But the downside also is we have destroyed 400,000 vaccines
that have not been given to people.
They have been... Yes, they have not been given. They go to
They've not been administered.
People, there's a low turn-up ever since the economy reopened. So people are not really interested in going for vaccination anymore because they feel like COVID tally you anymore. So they are not vaccinating. Just here in January, the Ministry of Health destroyed 400,000 vaccines.
To date, we have vaccinated 14,054,059 people with the first dose, which is about 65%, while 7,924,329 are fully vaccinated. We take note that most people now assume there is no more COVID and masks are off and people are going around with their daily business. But we want to remind you that even with a positivity of 1% or 0.9%, we still have COVID.
It is very sad that we think COVID has gone.
Yeah.
But actually, it is unexplainable.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 household, you find 1, 2, 3 children sick
with flu.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, but also we are in the season
fever.
of flu. We are also in the season of flu.
This flu has come with some wings and a muscle.
Another variant,
in the kids, especially. That's
why they are saying kids should also be vaccinated for COVID.
There are schools that are closing. They are silently. Especially kindergarten schools. So guys, but most importantly, the well-being of your child depends and starts with you. Galaxy FM. It's been a pleasure to have you guys listening. You can check out these stories and much more on our website. It's www.galaxyfm.co.ug and our YouTube is Galaxy FM /TV. Pam will be back to tell us what a guan. It's the mid-morning Tovao.